NKC Art. Okay, in order to make your camping landscape, you're going to need a pencil and your paper. You can make your landscape look exactly like mine, or you can kind of do your own different thing with the camping style and theme and the mountainous background. You can kind of switch it up and change it around however you see fit. I usually draw in Sharpie, but right now I'm going to go ahead and start in pencil. It might be a little bit hard to see, but I want to show you how to do the tree on the side, and I'm going to need to erase something out of the middle. So for my tree, I go kind of near the top. I don't start right at the top, just a little bit further down, and I'm going to draw a nice straight line. I would suggest, if you're doing this, to draw your line very lightly so that you can erase it in a little bit. But so that you can see it on the screen a little better, I'm going to try to draw a little bit darker. On the outside of my tree, I'm going to just kind of make these back and forth little points sticking out. You can do your tree this way. You can do your tree another way if you prefer to draw like pine trees differently. However you want to do your tree is just fine. This is just one way that you can do it. So as I get down the tree, I gradually just go out a little bit further and a little bit further so that the bottom of the tree looks fuller than the top. When I get to the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and make my tree trunk. And then I'm going to erase my line from the middle of my tree, like this. And that just leaves me with my nice big tree. And if I did my line lighter, it wouldn't show up there in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and switch to my Sharpie for the rest of the picture because I don't need to use my pencil to erase during this drawing. Please keep using your pencil though, because you may need to erase when you do this. After I've got my tree done, and I'll go back and trace that in Sharpie a little bit later, you're going to start out with like a nice little grass hill coming out from the side. And I kind of just go down like this. And then maybe the other hill kind of connects to this one and goes up behind the tree. And then like a little grassy area back in this area. Down here, I think I'm going to go ahead and draw my tent. So I'm going to start with a triangle in the front, kind of a crooked triangle. And from the top, I'm going to go diagonal backwards like this. The bottom line a little bit longer so that I can angle this diagonal line to look like a little tent. Maybe put a little tent flap right there. Camping, I usually have a fire, so you could end up drawing a fire for your campground and then adding like some logs if you'd like to right next to the fire. And then I'm going to finish off my grassy hills here like this. And then I might add some grass sticking up like this, and then maybe some rocks down here on the bottom like that. As I go further up my picture, I can make like a nice huge grassy hill coming down. And then from the other side, another grassy hill just kind of behind my tree. And then maybe like a rocky mountain in the back. And then I think I'm going to add a couple of larger like snowy mountains up here as you get further up in the air. They'll probably get a little bit colder and snowier. And then I'm going to want to add my sunset in the background. On my other picture, I added a little bird up here flying. You can add birds, more trees, whatever you would like to your own picture. Whenever you're finished drawing your campground landscape, go ahead and do what I'm doing right now and trace over your pencil lines. And then when you're done, you can color your picture with the crayons. And when you're finished, your picture should look something like this. Don't forget to take a picture of this and submit it to Canvas under your camping landscape.